Okay, we are back. Alright, before I'm going to go into a little promo. This gentleman right next to me, let me wait for the plane to pass overhead. We have much air traffic in this area. Could be going to
since we're right next door to Teterboro.
Yeah, Teterboro Airport, where all the celebrity
corporate jets,
all the corporate jets and private jets land, and there's Newark Liberty International Airport, and then there's planes going overhead, maybe to JFK, LaGuardia in New York. Anyway, this gentleman next to me is a watercolor self-portrait of my co-host, the Reverend Dr. William J. Eisenman. He's a fine watercolor artist. You can view the William J. Eisenman collection by going to, and this is all one word, William J. Eisenman Collection, at Tumblr.com. Alright, it's TUMBLR at Tumblr.com. And you will view the William J. Eisenman collection of watercolor art. If you see something you like, go to newslettercensored.com and send him an email, and if the painting is still available, you can acquire an authentic watercolor painting signed by William J. Eisenman. Okay. Now, if you're wondering, okay, and I don't know why I put it all the way on the bottom, but you know what? In the turmoil, I got interrupted. If you're wondering, how can you join this organization? It's really very simple to be a part of this organization, because everything we do is based on one thing. Get your free annual subscription to Newsletters Censored with your gift to support this work. Go to newslettercensored.com and get your free annual subscription to Newsletters Censored with your gift to support this work. You need Newsletters Censored. We are living in the end times, and you need Newsletters Censored to learn how to defeat a conservative. And you also need Newsletters Censored to learn what the Bible really has to say, not what right-wing, zealot, fundamentalist, holy roller, evangelical, counterfeit Christian people want you to think the Bible says that doesn't. Okay, but what the Bible really has to say, get Newsletters Censored. Now, you can also go online and you can type in your browser Censored or the God Project Archive Classics, and under Mega Life 21, and you can listen to any of the past readings by the Reverend Dr. William J. Eisenman. But this is how you join us. Just go to newslettercensored.com and get your subscription now. Okay. And here we have the patron saint for Republicans, Ronald Reagan, with Reaganomics, trickle down Reaganomics, and you see Ronald Reagan urinating on the American flag, shaped like the United States. Okay. Trickle down Reaganomics never worked, and it was never meant to work. It's a big hoax, big lie. Okay. Everything's siphoned up to the 1%. It's really siphon up economics. Not to mention all the outsourcing of American jobs. So, the big hoax, the big lie, trickle down Reaganomics. Ronald Reagan is the one in the 1980s that shifted the tax burden from the rich to the middle class. And of course the poor with consumption taxes. Now some moron was saying to you that we should have a flat tax and we should increase the consumption taxes. So
And sales taxes.
And sales taxes. So he must be listening to Fox News. He must be listening to too much to mainstream media lies.
Those taxes don't touch the rich at all.
No, not at all. No, they don't touch the rich. Actually, with the flat tax, the rich would be assured in paying even less or to continue to pay nothing. It would ensure that they will pay nothing, and their stingy, selfish greed will continue for decades to come if we had the flat tax and the IRS was eliminated. Okay, so there are many misinformed lemmings in America, fools, that are deluded and believe the teabagger lies, the Republican lies, I should say. And if you listen to Fox News, you hear there's a lot of nuts out there, man. I mean, let's just take one right-wing nut, Pat Robertson, right? Rush Limbaugh's another one, but
Mr. Limbaugh's in trouble.
yeah, he's
He's threatening to move to WOR. Because WABC is trying to make him hush up a little bit.
he doesn't want to be censored.
I don't know if it's censored.
Why doesn't he just move to Fox News?
Sandra Fluke is a slut? To tone that down, is that censorship?
A person should be accurate before they open their mouth on the mainstream media or even any media. They should get their facts first before they open their mouth. You know, WOR and they want him. WOR wants him. Why doesn't he just go join the rest of those nuts on Fox News? They would love to take Rush Limbaugh. He's like a patron saint to them today.
Who knows?
Oh, he'll be perfect in with Ann Coulter, the Medusa head with the snakes coming out of her skull. Oh yeah, they'll be perfect together. Could you picture them? It's almost like the demonic Regis Philbin and Kathy Lee or Kelly. Yeah, it'll be perfect for Fox News. I just want to show, speaking of Jesse Ventura before, Jesse Ventura's New York Times best-selling author, Jesse Ventura with Dick Russell. Okay, New York Times best-selling author. Demo Crips and Rebloodlicans. No more gangs in government. No more gangs in government. There's his new book. Good luck, as always, to Jesse Ventura. Governor Jesse Ventura, former governor of the state of Minnesota, and the star of Conspiracy Theory with Jesse Ventura. If we ever get to see it on True TV, I know they're screwing over Jesse Ventura. Okay, so get his new book. I think this is his third or fourth.
I don't know. It might be more than that.
I mean, since he started Conspiracy Theory Season 1, he wrote a bunch of books. Trying to think. I could be wrong. Don't quote me. It could be number 3 or number 4. But anyway, this is the book. This is the new book. Get it now. I haven't seen Jesse Ventura on any mainstream show promoting this new book.
No.
Like, he was on The View one time promoting the other book. And not the 60 ways the government's lying to. The one before that, I think. Because he was on Gary Knowles' show to promote the book before this. Okay, but I know the Barbara Walters gave him a hard time. Gave Jesse a real hard time.
So did Piers Morgan, because Piers Morgan does not believe in anything but the straight skinny about 911 and the buildings.
Piers Morgan could be a corporate whore, corporate ass kisser, and he doesn't want to buck what the government says.
Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Let me get your stuff out of here.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Evil lurks in the hearts of men.
Yeah.
The shadow knows.
Well, speaking of evil lurking in the hearts of men,
oh boy,
that demonic voice was on my voicemail, coming from the 1% elitists towards the low-income people of America, mainstream, sounded like this. We are here to kill you. 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 Sounds like we are here to kill you. 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 Like an Outer Limits episode. The invasion.
the body snatchers.
Yes, but this is a subtle culling of the herd by spiking our food, spiking our filtered drinking water, bottled water, like Jesse Ventura's
fracking, polluting
fracking,
water.
Monsanto genetically modified foods in supermarkets, you know, slowly culling the herd and killing off
In Whole Food stores too.
Oh yeah, Mr. Mackey with his products from mainland China that's supposed to be organic. I don't know about you, Dr. Bill, but I don't trust anything with the USDA certified,
no,
so-called certified USDA organic label on it.
USDA, FDA, the whole shit and shebang.
That is not.
It's all corrupt from bottom to top.
Corrupt from bottom to top. That is not real organic a label that you can trust. Real organic food.
And they want to make it more that it has nothing to do with real organic, so that their foods can be that use the label.
Well, they lightened up the guidelines, the laws,
Yes.
to determine what is really organic and what is not. They've lightened up the requirements.
Right. Because they don't like the fact that their foods can't compare. You know?
Yeah, wasn't it funny that...
Just like Europe didn't want our beef. But we gave it to them, buddy. You take our beef or else.
You know, it's...
With our bovine hormones and all the crap.
It's interesting how the USDA and FDA, you know, they make sure that all the ingredients are listed on the label of food sold in the United States, except for genetically modified information.
Well, you know why?
Because people won't buy it.
Because people don't want it. And they know it. Polls have shown
I mean, all the other crap is in the label.
Of course, 92% of Americans wanted background checks as far as guns are concerned, but the Senate said no.
Even that Democrat, the Democrat from North Dakota or Minnesota, what's his name? Heitkamp voted against background checks.
Of course. NRA, moolah.
So the NRA,
Moolah in my hand.
the NRA feels that any lunatic should be allowed to buy guns?
Absolutely.
Now,
Because
why?
our government is going to be coming against us pretty soon.
All right. What about the lunatic that wants to bump off a dozen people
Well, he can do it.
in a school?
He can do it. He's done it already. How many times?
So the NRA thinks that should be allowed. So you give a lunatic the right to buy firearms.
Correct.
Let's say some kook wants to bump off his wife or her husband for the collect on the insurance, and you know, they should be able to buy a firearm, walk into Walmart or whatever, to Kmart out west, and you know, go to the hunting.
And they should be able to buy one for their child. A pink one for the girls, a blue one for the boys.
You mean a little pink Derringer?
Hell no, baby. Rifles. Rifles.
So a minor should learn how to shoot, so they can blow away somebody at
So
school.
they can shoot their sisters like the one just did.
Yeah, accidentally shoot their sister in the face. Yeah, happened 2 or 3 times this year.
Oh, yeah.
Child accidentally kills their sibling.
Finds a gun in the house and
Yeah.
blows someone away.
Yeah, or let's say the kid hates their teacher, or somebody in school is having problems with someone in school. They, you know, the parents, NRA nuts, teach them how to shoot, and they take the gun into school and blow away their classmate or their teacher. Maybe their teacher's failing them in a certain subject. A lot can happen, really. I mean, it's a nice way of thinking. Did you see that? Oh, you didn't see it because I posted it today. There's a new banner on the Hard Hitting Truth group showing the GOP's view on life, and it's a guy with his head up his ass. The true, something about the real view of the GOP.
That's about it. They certainly don't have reality as their
No.
true view.
We are here to kill you. All right. That's it for promo. Let us sink our teeth into these readings. No levity today, not yet at least, because we haven't heard the levity bells.
Lowering sodium intake, a drumbeat of doctors' efforts to improve patient health, may have the opposite effect if taken to the extreme. U.S. dietary guidelines to reduce sodium intake to 1,500 milligrams a day for certain people are not supported by enough scientific evidence. An Institute of Medicine panel said in a report on Tuesday. Studies reviewed by the panel did not prove that health improved when salt consumption was cut to that level.
Yeah, there's not enough evidence that they want to acknowledge when you're talking about medical people.
Lowering sodium intake too much may actually increase a person's risk of some health problems. The average American consumes more than 4,400 milligrams of sodium a day, about 1.5 teaspoons. We're not saying we shouldn't be lowering excessive salt intake, but below 2,300 milligrams a day, there is simply a lack of data that shows that it is beneficial. U.S. dietary guidelines say most people should limit salt to 2,300 milligrams a day, while certain people, those over 50, African Americans, people with high blood pressure, diabetes, or chronic kidney disease should aim for 1,500 milligrams a day. The American Heart Association recommends 1,500 milligrams for everyone. Challenged the report. The report is missing a critical component: a comprehensive review of well-established evidence which links too much sodium to high blood pressure and heart disease. The panel's report did not say what a healthy sodium range would be. And the author said further research is needed.
Further research is needed. Meanwhile,
More grants.
there's probably countless other evidence that the medical profession does not want to look at. Like when they say, oh, there's not enough evidence to support that an antioxidant prevents heart disease or cancer or whatever. Meanwhile, there are tons of evidence to support that.
Or like in the case of Mr. Gary Knoll, when he took, I don't know, some 47,000, whatever the number is, of evidence, studies, whatever, and on a debate, it didn't mean anything.
Didn't he go?
It not meant a thing.
Didn't he go before Congress one time? Or a panel of
He
government
has
people?
sent, he has sent things to the Congress, including documentaries, etc., etc., and has heard nothing
because
from anyone.
Because it hassles the people that are filling up their campaign chest.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's cutting.
You have to make choices
Yeah.
in this world. Either you're going to believe the guy who puts the money into your coffers, you're going to believe the truth.
No, I'm sure they know what the truth.
And that's why our system is corrupt, because we don't look at
I'm
the
sure
truth.
because money is controlling our system.
That's correct.
I mean, I'm sure they know where the truth lies. They just do not want to acknowledge it.
Well, there are people, though, including our representatives and stuff, who do not get the truth. Like when Mr. Cheney was in office, he demanded that only Fox News ever be on. So the studies show that if you watch Fox News, 40% of it, the people who watch it, believe it and believe lies and don't know the truth about certain things.
So
40%.
So Dick Cheney was not a fan of the First Amendment.
No, he was not. He was a fan of those people who were going to say what he wanted them to say.
He's a fascist.
That's what he was a fan of.
He only wants Fox News to be the only source of news?
That's correct. That's
Yeah.
correct. Because they treated him nice.
Oh, they treated him nice.
Yeah.
Heaven forbid he should think about the good of the people.
They wouldn't challenge him. Okay? These people do not like to be challenged.
Even though they're liars and they're corrupted?
Correct. What? If you challenge them, you may find out that that's what they are. God forbid that should happen. Okay?
Yeah.
So they prevent you in any way, shape, or form to be able to challenge them. You can't sue the government. You can't go into the farm and see that the chicken place is treating the chickens cruelly or something. Then you're a terrorist.
They
prevent you.
Or the young calves for veal are being abused, or any animal, any livestock is being abused.
Yeah.
You know.
They prevent you from doing that. Whistleblowers are treated badly in this country.
Or if a military personnel, a young man or woman,
speaks out,
is abused or killed by due to negligence of the government or the military, and you want to sue the government, because your kid was unnecessarily dispatched by accident, supposedly.
Friendly fire. How about that guy, a football player, remember?
Friendly fire. Yeah.
That's what that was. They killed him. Friendly fire. How friendly was that?
Yeah, friendly
like a
fire.
firing squad. You know?
Friendly fire. Meanwhile, all the commanding officers above these people are probably completely brainwashed and blind to the fact of why they are in the military and why they are in the Middle East. They probably have no idea what the real truth is.
Well, that one, what was he, a general or a colonel, whatever the hell he was, that the idiot who was a right-wing religious nut. My God is bigger than your God. This idiot. Oh, by the way, that's going to lead into our next article here.
Right-wing fundamentalism?
Yeah.
Evangelical mumbo-jumbo?
Creationism.
Creationism.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
The state Supreme Court justices sparred with lawyers Wednesday in a heated hour of arguments over the extent to which a since-fired public school science teacher had the right to push his religious beliefs in class.
Oh, on other people's children.
Yeah.
Interesting.
A lawyer for the school board that dismissed John Freshwater in 2011 said he waved a Bible at his students, handed out religious pamphlets, and espoused creationism in his evolution lesson.
John Freshwater.
Sounds like a Native American, doesn't he? Freshwater? He don't look like no Native American. He looks like a, with a buzz cut.
Yeah.
The Marine with a buzz cut.
Yeah.
Freshwater violated the constitutional separation between church and state and was rightfully fired.
Good. If I was the father, I confront him with my fist.
Said David Smith, an attorney for the Mount Vernon School Board.
Mm-hmm.
Smith said Freshwater can't teach evolution from a Christian perspective without violating protections against government establishment of religion. Freshwater's attorney, Rita Dunaway,